Go ahead, Angela.
I wonder how much easier it would be for the president to set a tone if he just would maintain that tone. We talked already about, Lisa, the way that he campaigned. And I think at a time like this, we, of course, want to be united. Of course, we desire to be hopeful and to be supportive of allies and friends that I'm sure many of us all have. But it is very, very tricky to follow the tone of someone who, you know, regularly traffics in racism and fear-mongering and anti-immigrant sentiment and all types of ways to further divide this country. So I hope that this moment is one that he uses to reset, period, not just when tragedy strikes.
Yeah, I mean,
let me just say this. So this is tough because you have a death here and you have people who are injured.
Yeah.
You could have had more deaths. We want to give, on one hand, you want to give the president his due. But when you consider the language that we have been discussing over the last couple of days, especially with Joe Biden getting into the race, what the president has said, making excuses, revisionist history about what happened in Charlottesville and on, one has to wonder as a thinking, rational person if he means those words and if they ring hollow to Americans who have been looking for him to say those things and stay the course, as Angela has said, instead of trafficking in bigotry, in racism, in anti-Semitism, in hate, and making excuses for us. I want to believe it. I want to believe it. But I sat in this very seat last night and gave a blow-by-blow explanation of why his revisionist history of what happened in Charlottesville and what he said afterwards, why it was a total lie. So how do we reconcile that as America? I'm going to be real here. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like, oh, well, what do you have to say? What do you have to say? And, oh, let's hear the president. I'm going to be real. How do you believe him? What should we believe?
You don't believe him. Look, and like everything right now, the people who support him are going to believe.
No, we're not going to allow making excuses on this network.
And the people who don't support him can hear through the hollowness of his words. Because we're not talking about 2 years ago or the campaign. We're talking about 2 days ago when he was relitigating Charlottesville.
Yesterday.
When we all saw neo-Nazis with tiki torches chanting, Jews will not replace us, Jews will not replace us. It was precisely about anti-Semitism. We all saw and we all know that he didn't say a word about the black churches. We all know that he didn't say a word condemning Steve King, the congressman from Iowa. So it's time after time after time after time. No.
But you know what I'm saying? You want to believe
this.
it. You want to, but
we
I
need
just don't
to,
know.
but I don't know that we can.
Yeah.
I find